So you want to know why PrimX is so much stronger even though thinner than traditional concrete. Listen up. Good old concrete slabs on the ground are designed to carry a load, or a positive moment. This positive moment creates compression at the top of the slab and tension at the bottom. It's how concrete works. When concrete first sets, but before it shrinks, a neutral axis runs through the middle. Above it, compression strains. Below it, tensile strains. Almost all the load is carried above the axis by the compressed part of the slab. The tension part, below the axis, contributes almost nothing. As concrete shrinks in the days following placement, stresses occur. More shrinkage at the top than at the bottom since the top gets warmer and drier and the bottom stays cold and wet. As shrinkage stress acts on the slab, the neutral axis moves up, straining the slab and using up load-bearing capacity. Now even less of the slab is in compression and less of it is doing the work. As little as 2.5 inches on a 7-inch slab. This is called curling. Less of the slab in compression carrying the load, more of it in tension not helping at all. This is why you cut concrete into tiny panels. The edges actually lift up. Talk about stresses. Old-style concrete is so thick because it's so inefficient, so wasteful. So, more shrinkage at the top of the slab moves the neutral axis up, reducing load-bearing capacity and making slabs inefficient and thick. PrimX is different. It contains millions of steel fibers distributed through the entire slab. Rebar, often in regular concrete, is only a single plane, while steel fibers evenly disperse throughout the slab's entire thickness. Fibers and next-generation expansive materials are precisely added on site and monitored in real time by engineers. These steel fibers, at 2 inches each, lined up end-to-end equal more than 10 miles in each truckload. Those, along with science and the next-generation expansive admixtures, create PrimX. As PrimX hardens, it behaves like regular old concrete with a neutral axis at its center. Then, a fiber-restrained expansion takes place, completely counteracting shrinkage stresses, putting the entire slab in pre-compression and lowering the neutral axis toward the bottom of the slab. This puts more expansion at the top of the slab than at the bottom. The result is more compression throughout the slab. Instead of curling, the slab has stresses that cause it to camber. They're not strong enough to lift the slab, it stays flat, but the forces are there. Due to pre-compression, instead of moving up, PrimX's neutral axis has moved down toward the bottom of the slab. With all the slab in compression, the entire slab carries the load. An 8-inch traditional slab may carry the entire load in its top 2 to 3 inches. A 4-inch PrimX slab uses all 4 inches for the load, much more efficient. It also eliminates saw cuts and curling because it doesn't shrink. No shrinkage and no curling eliminates this common problem that beats up equipment and people. Robots hate it. So remember, traditional concrete behaves like a hammock, curling up at its edges and not efficient carrying load. PrimX behaves more like a cambered bridge or an arch. So that's why the load-bearing capacity of a PrimX slab is higher even though thinner than old-fashioned, outdated concrete. Truly, a next-generation solution achieving more while using less.